Hi everyone, welcome back. So as you can see, it's a bit of a different setup today. This is just a screen recording of me editing a photo because today's video was editing a photo. So this is just a ton of screen recordings. I thought this photo would be very interesting to show. This was for album cover week for Lavender AG Studios photo contest. I thought this would be very interesting to show how I erase backgrounds. I recently got an Apple Pencil, and so I decided I was going to try editing a photo by removing the background in Procreate. On this app, I do a lot of digital art on here, so I thought it'd be interesting to try to edit a doll photo on this app. So as far as how I'm editing, I'm kind of just cutting the doll out by making an outline and erasing the background. And on the background layer, I'm just going to change the color of it. There were some issues with that, so that there's like a bit of a gap portion in between a few different clips because I had to just stop recording for a little while and troubleshoot what was going on. So this video is just kind of going to be me talking about the process of this. I'm just, for the brush, I'm using the flat brush, and this is the eraser tool, and I just made it nice and big. I had to make sure that there was a lot of room at the top. I just took this in my living room on some cabinets, but the shelf was in the frame, so I had to kind of just erase that because the background wasn't going to be there anyway. I don't know how I feel about the outcome of this photo. I'm not too confident at the time of recording this. I haven't seen the results yet. I think that the results for this week might be going up the same day that this video is going up. But at this point, I'm not too confident in my photo for this week. I feel like I should have just used a pass. But I did work really hard on this photo. Also, as you can see, there are some parts where it just kind of pauses for a bit. That was because I was also watching a video for homework at the same exact time, and I had to answer some questions in while the video was playing every once in a while. So that's just kind of why it got all messed up and spotty a bit. So as you can see right here, I'm just kind of working around the shirt. I think I ended up actually editing a part of the shirt out because I didn't like how it was sticking out in the original photo. So I think this is where I kind of got into modifying that. I don't know if I ended up recording the actual process of erasing the shirt or if I had forgotten to record that part. So this is just kind of repeating this process over and over again. Right here, I'm kind of just shaving down the points to make them look a little more well-balanced because I was editing out some flyaways to make her hair look a little less messy. There was a point, I can't remember if I was recording this or not, that I did decide that I was going to do somewhat of makeup on her face, just a little face retouch on the doll. I ended up doing it with just highlighting the color of her face. So coming up here, there is a bit of a large transition right here, so you can see the background. And then I just added the layer of Tenny, and looking at it, I was just kind of assessing what I wanted to change about it, especially her hair. This is where I noticed a lot of problems with it, where the hair just looked very, very edited, so I ended up erasing a ton of it. It didn't end up looking that good in the end, but it definitely looks better than before. There is a point where I try to blur the lines too. And I can't remember if I recorded that. I'd say the removing the background or adjusting the background color took a good 10 minutes. So I was going to screen record it, but then I just got really frustrated and I wasn't going to take up space on my iPad storage with something I knew I probably wasn't going to end up putting in the finished video, because this video is already like 10 minutes long, so I didn't want to really add to that. I thought this video would be very interesting just because I've never really showed how I edit some of my photos. This was also my first time kind of doing this kind of editing. I don't have like a specific formula for editing like professional editing or professional editors do. This is just kind of like I eyeball it and see what looks good, especially if I'm adjusting brightness and stuff. I don't like have a set thing that I think looks good for all my photos, because every photo is different. I am in no way a professional photographer or editor. I'm just a kid that is taking photos with her dolls. So as you can see here, I'm trying to kind of like blur the lines a bit. And I don't know how this turned out. I had to erase a ton of stuff, but because there's somewhat of a green aura around her. I don't know why it was so green. So as you can see right here, I made a little mistake, and there's like some white on Tenny's face. I was trying to figure out like what layer it's from, so I just highlighted the color of her skin, and just tried to keep erasing until I found like what I thought looked somewhat good, and then I just kind of ended up blending it. I used the round brush because I thought it would just look a little better for the rounder shape, I guess. I don't know really good brush sizes and stuff like that, so it's just kind of eyeballing it. So after I did that, I just kind of blended it all. I kind of blended it all across her face. And it ended up actually erasing some of her eyebrow, and I didn't really like how that had looked. So this is the part that like it just jumps to another part because I forgot to screen record it. As you can see, I kind of added some texture to the back. I ended up really liking this texture. I have very bad handwriting. I was going to use a text font, but it wouldn't let me like change the color of the text to how I wanted it to be. So I ended up just writing it with my own handwriting. As you can see, there's definitely some changes made to Tenny's body where you can see like the shirt isn't really sticking out anymore, and she's got more of like a pinkish hue to her. And I decided just to write Tenny Grant down there. I don't know why, but it just felt right. That's all for today. I'll see you next week. Have a great week. Bye.